Good afternoon. I'm Bob Zalewski, Chairman of the Board of the Bolingbrook Chamber of Commerce. It's a little dreary outside, but it's bright and sunny in here. At the Community Service Council, we have Bob Kelnicki, who is the director. Yes. And we are here to welcome them to the Chamber and to their new office. I have Chamber staff Michael Carbonzano. Where is he? Right over here. Come on behind the camera here. Sabrina Jones and Robert Kroll. Here from the staff, we have our board members here. Marty Barton from Word Crafters. Joe Johnson from JLJ Investments. Tom Casanoli from the Promenade. Mir Ali from the Shamrock Companies. And John O'Driscoll from Tressler LLP. Today we have Pat and Meryl holding the ribbon. Congratulations, CSC, and welcome to the Bolingbrook community.
Thank you very much.
I got that right today.
Thank you.
And now I'd like to hand it over to Roger C. Clare, our mayor.
Thank you, Bob. I'd like to introduce some folks also. We have with us Village Clerk Carol Pinning, Deputy Mayor Leroy Brown, Trustee Pat Shanks, Trustee Maria Zarate, Township Supervisor Bill Mayer, Township Trustee Alicia Benford, Trustee Sheldon Watts, on the Fountain Library Board, Margaret J. Peggy Danoff, President, and Ruth Newell, member of the Township Library Board. All right, Bob, I got to date myself a bit. I understand Mayor Noak was here earlier and had to leave, but the CSC, when was it formed?
1978 originally.
And I became a trustee in 1979. And as I remember the details, Mayor Bailey at the time did not like the CSC because he thought the bowling services should be in Bolingbrook. So he started a counseling agency called the Bolingbrook Counseling Center. And the funds that used to go to the CSC were then diverted to the Bolingbrook Counseling Center. His wife happened to be the director. And, well, nothing wrong with that. I mean, she was professionally trained. It wasn't like she was, she had her degrees in counseling and so forth. But it was a big controversy. And when I became a trustee in 79, I was charged by Gene Cannell, who was chairman of the Community Service Council Board at the time, to try and resolve it and get the two groups back together. And I really, after about a year of this, felt like a punching bag because everybody dug in and nobody wanted to concede. But we finally got it done. And, of course, you folks located in Romeoville and have been down there since the beginning.
Over 20 years with in the DuPage Township building.
So, rolling the clock forward now, you've now moved into here on Quadrangle Drive, and kind of a tough place to find. And every time I've come here, I've gotten lost. We have 4 very large office buildings, and they all look alike.
Yes.
And you have to literally drive up and stare at the door to spot the numbers, and we should probably talk to the people that built these buildings to maybe fix the signage a little bit. Well, it is. It's complicated.
A little small.
In fact, I tried to explain to somebody a moment ago how to find this place, and I just gave up. Well,
we always tell people the middle of the block. 440 in the building, the middle of the block.
Bone, the village attorney told me, and I still got lost.
Don't discourage people from.
Well, no, they'll find it. I mean, trust me.
Yeah.
If there's a necessary service, they'll find their way here. So how do you like these digs up here?
We like it very much. We moved in beginning of May, and we had outgrown our facility there in Romeoville. Like I said, we had been partnering with DuPage Township for over 20 years in that building, and it served us well. And we had just gotten to a point where we had grown over the years, especially since the 07-08 year when foreclosures started taking off in the area. We've gone from 1 counselor to 3 full-time counselors now in our housing area. So we've gotten a lot busier over that time frame and needed the additional office space.
I know the village provides you with some funds. What are your other funding sources?
The Village of Bolingbrook, Village of Romeoville, United Way, DuPage Township. We also are IDA organization, Illinois Housing Development Authority. We also work with the federal department, HUD, Housing and Urban Development. So we receive funding through them as well as private donations, foundations, and our yearly fundraiser that we have in February.
Well, I know you got a board that would probably like to be introduced. I'd like to hear their names. So would you introduce your board?
Yeah, we've got 4 of our board members here today. Our board president is Carol Penning.
She's one of them.
She's one of them. Our vice president is Peg Danhoff.
Another one?
Yeah, Prudence Pacula is our treasurer, and Bill Cole is on our board as well.
Well, they're 4 very active people in the communities over the years, so this is just one more item on their resume of community service. But one of them here goes back to the days in Romeo. I saw her nodding her head yes when I was telling the history. She remembers that history, don't you?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Pat, did I introduce you?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay. So I thought maybe I'd forgotten to introduce you. Anyway, occasionally there's criticism on the way communities spend their money, and I want to say this on tape for people watching this because this kind of ties it together. There's been such suggestions, for example, that the money we give to you as a Village of Bolingbrook, that goes to pay like Carol Penning and other people. These people serve at absolutely no salary. This is true community service. Not only do you provide community service, but the people who serve at the board is community service. And it really irritates me when the ignorant, cynical people step up and suggest that about people who are trying to help other people who desperately need help. How about some staff members here? You'd like to introduce some of those?
Yeah, we've got some of our staff here. We've got Pat Garcia, who's our main receptionist, Rich Brennan, one of our housing counselors. They're around here somewhere. Christina Casillas, one of our housing counselors. Gina Venegas, Gloria Murtaugh, who has been with the agency for a very long time. She's our outreach coordinator now. Monica Smith is around as well, one of our receptionists, and Merle Weber, who is our office manager. And again, he's been here for a
Forever.
long time.
Well, Merle, you were involved back in the days when we were trying to put this thing together. You didn't trust me anymore. See, the Bailey people didn't trust my negotiations, and the people in Romeoville didn't trust my negotiations. I'm just trying to put you together. It worked.
We also, one more person too. We just hired Sherry Adams on to help with our accounting, so she's here as well.
I also spotted Kathy Spindell back there, library board member, that I didn't know she was here. Anyway, well, tell us about some of the services again. I mean, how do people access these services?
Sure. They can call us anytime, 815-886-5000. The local number is 630-759-9494. Our website is thecsc.org. And our concentrations are in clinical counseling, helping people with personal problems, maybe marital problems, drug addiction, that sort of thing. And then we also do housing and financial counseling, which, like I said earlier, has gotten very busy over the last several years with the foreclosure issue across the country. And I'm really happy at this point to announce that while we keep going with our foreclosure counseling and we will continue to offer those services, today we're really turning a corner and launching what we're calling Your Home, and it is our pre-purchase counseling program. So this will be a program available to people who are looking to buy a home. It will work with them to help them get their credit fixed, learn to budget, how to save up for a down payment to get a home, and we'll be able to put them up together with resources that may be able to provide some down payment assistance as well.
Well, that's a great program. You mentioned financial counseling and then other issues. Actually, financial counseling is one of the first things that occurs, and the other issues come thereafter.
Correct.
It's one of the main causes of marital problems. And unfortunately, I've dealt with people who come to me that had issues. They wait till it's almost too late.
And that's the biggest issue we have is people coming in when it's too late or people not knowing about us. I always say we don't get referrals. People don't go out and talk to their neighbors about, I had an issue, I had a problem, and they helped us fix it. So we really, as much as we can, we try to get out in the community and outreach as much as we can to let people know that our services are here, they're available, and for the most part, on many occasions, they're free.
Well, and I'd just like to add about the CSC.
Just that we are here. We're here 6 days a week. Please reach out to us if you have a problem that I didn't address in this today. Give us a call. If we can't help you with it, we have partnerships with a number of resources throughout Will County. We can point you in the right direction.
Well, the partnership with United Way, of course, that in
Correct.
itself hooks you up with a whole lot of agencies.
That's a huge partnership, and like I said, we've had a long-standing partnership with DuPage Township as well, and with the services they offer right here in the Bolingbrook and Southern Romeoville area.
And we receive as a municipality community development block grant funds, and we take some of those funds and pass them, they're federal funds, we take them through and pass them through to the CSC to help people that needed help, and you're certainly in a much better position than I, and it makes no sense for us as a village to try and replicate that service. So we appreciate the partnership we've had for 40 years.
Yeah, as do we. It's huge.
Man, well, I'm going to cut a ribbon here. We got the ever-famous scissors here. These are so people haven't seen these. All right, you want to get your board president? She likes to be in camera.
Board members?
Watch your thumb. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, it was nice you said that, Mayor.
All right. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much. Thank you.